So, people might say, really, does it make a difference though? Does changing my diet really make an impact? So again, let's talk about it does, but we want to hear from the expert about, yes, it's true.
No, I think ultimately you have to kind of decide what suggestions have been given to you by the doctor, but the impact that it makes is all individual, right? You're dealing with a little bit of genetics, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to impact your blood pressure, if you're looking to impact your cholesterol, your triglycerides, all of that is impacted by health, and that leads back to the nutrition and all of those changes that you may need to make. So I tell people to change one thing at a time and really forge and go forward. Don't limit it to yourself to say, hey, I have to do this 10 things and end up doing none, right? So you want to start with one, moving forward, keep challenging yourself to improve on all of those things. But the impact that it makes, I can't tell you enough, just in lowering blood pressure, lowering triglyceride and cholesterol levels, all things lead back to how we're eating.
All right, that's good to know. Fantastic. All right, now I want to go to a question I think a lot of people might struggle with, and that isn't fat bad for me? I mean, shouldn't I just avoid it at all costs? But I mean, the reality is your body needs some fat as a source of energy. So again, Amy, please tell us, why do we need some fat in our diet? Why should we just not cut it out altogether?
I think it goes in waves with nutrition, and that's the truth, Laura. Like when you're looking at nutrients and what we need, there's carbohydrates, there's proteins, and there's fats. And so just in the last couple of years, I would tell you that it's been more readily accepted, but we need to discuss the type of fat, right? So we're not just saying it's all fats all the time, and we also don't have to fear fats, but when you're looking at fats in general, it's the unsaturated fats that we want to eat more of, not the saturated. So it's the type and the quality that we have to pay attention. Why? The role and the function, like you mentioned, it helps support cell growth, right? It helps absorb different vitamins and minerals. It's all these things, not just energy that it's giving to us, but all these other components and functions that fat plays. And let's be real, at the end of the day, fat makes food taste good, right? I mean, if I limited it, I also may not feel full longer. Yeah. And I think that ultimately it plays a role in choosing what you're adding in to keep you fuller longer, because that's also another component that fat does. So lots of functions with fat, but we have to pay attention to the quantity of it and then also the quality. And that comes back with what we're talking about today.